Okay, good day everyone. My name is Giovanni Romani and today I will be subnetting this network and then creating it in Packet Tracer. So I already went ahead and did the subnetting. This was the original IP address here at /24, and after it was subnetted, this is what we got with a subnet mask of 255.255.255.224. It's here we are not using subnet 0, so 0 to 31 we are not using that will be subnet 0. And here we have network 1, which is 192.168.1.32 to 192.168.1.63. The first IP, which would be the address of router 1 here, would be 192.168.1.33, and the last IP, which should be the PC1, will be 192.168.1.62. For network 2 now, network 2 is the two routers, right? The first IP, and these will both be the serial ports. So for router 1, it will be 192.168.1.65, and router 2, 192.168.1.94. And now here we have router 3. Once again, the first IP here is 192.168.1.97, and the last IP, which will be the PC2, is 192.168.1.126. Okay, now let's move on to Packet Tracer and build this. Okay, and we are now in the Packet Tracer. I already have selected our devices, so the two end devices, the two PCs, our two switches, and the two routers. Now let's get started in configuring these devices. So first we're going to use the copper straight through to connect the PC and the switch. Copper straight through again, connecting the switch and the router. And then we'll do the same thing for the others. And then we will use a serial DCE cable to connect the two routers. Now firstly, let's get started in configuring the first router. So we go to CLI, no, END, enter privilege exec mode, and then conf T to enter global configuration mode. Now firstly, we want to set up the fast Ethernet 0/0 interface. So we could say int f0/0, and then now we can set the IP address. So that'll be 192.168.1.33, and the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.224. No shut, short for no shutdown. And then now we can set up the serial interface. So once again, now we have selected the serial interface. Now we can add the IP address. So it'll be 192.168.1.65, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.224. Once again, no shut. We could exit, and then save it by using copy, run, start. Okay, we're done for now with the first router. Now let's move on to the second router where we will do the same thing. Okay, so 192.168.1.97, subnet mask 255.255.255.224. No shot. And then once again we do the serial port. Set the IP address 192.168.1.94 and the subnet mask 255.255.255.224. Once again, no shot. Then we can save it by using copy run start dot 62 subnet mask 224, and the default gateway will be the first usable address, so 192.168.1.33. Okay, that looks good. Now let's set up second PC, desktop, IP configuration. Once again, this will be the last usable address in the network, so 192.168.1.126. Subnet mask again 224. The default gateway will be the first address in the network, first usable address, so 192.168.1.97. Now if we hover over the router, you can see that the fast Ethernet 0/0 is up, as well as the serial 2/0 for this router and for this router. Now, how do we get the two PCs to talk? If we try it now, it won't work because we have to set up the static routes, but let's just try it to show that it doesn't work first. So I could say ping 192.168.1.126. That's the IP address of PC2. And as you can see, it's saying destination host unreachable. So we have to set up the static route in order to remedy this. So let's do that now. Okay, so let's go back to the first router. CLI conft, then we could say IP route 192.168.1.96, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.224, and we want to do that via the serial port. This is network, this is the first router, and we're trying to get it to talk to the third network. So that will be 192.168.1.94. Enter. Then we could exit and then copy, run, start. Okay, that's the first router setup. And here we could confirm it by going to config and static, and you could see it here. Now let's do the other router, doing the same thing. conft IP route. And for this one, we want to get to talk to the first network. So that will be 192.168.1.32 subnet mask 255.255.255.224. We want to do that via 192.168.1.65. So again, we can exit and then copy, run start to save it. Then we can go back to config, static, and confirm it's there. Now let's go back to PC1 and try to ping it again, and it should work this time. So we can say ping. Here we're pinging PC2. So 192.168.1.126. Okay, it did work. Okay, now let's go to PC2 and try to ping PC1. Say ping 192.168.1.62. As you can see, it is working. So that's it. That's my video on how to subnet a network. Thanks for watching.